Jesus has given me meaning in my life. First of all, through saving me and making me his own. I know now that I'm his forever, but now in the rest of my life, I know I have something to do. I have a job, I have a purpose in this world.
Because of all religions and faiths, Jesus is the only one who offers a personal relationship with their followers, and he also helps us to realize that we're all sinners no matter what, but he offers that gateway to heaven, which no other religion does.
The Bible is very evidential. It makes sense to believe in Jesus. And when I looked into the Bible, I realized the truth of it and that it backs up its claims. And then I was forced to consider who Jesus was, what he had done for me. And when I realized that he had died for me and risen again and to pay for my sins and settle and pardon me and give me a home in heaven, I realized that was true because everything else about the Bible was lining up. And the evidence is really, really clear and supportive.
For a big part of my life, I was either a atheist or an agnostic, and I was searching for the truth. And I just had one day where I found that I found the truth in God's love, and since then I have just really learnt about God's superior agape love for everybody, even if we are not deserved of it.
I believe in Jesus because, first of all, he loved us, and I'd like to love him too because he first loved us. And I believe in him because I just don't want to go to hell and I want to go to heaven.
I've always believed in God. I grew up in a family that taught God, although not Jesus specifically. And then I was challenged at university. Someone asked me the question, do I believe in God? I said yes. Do I believe in Jesus as God's son? And I said I didn't know. So he said, if I believe in God, why don't I believe what God said about his son? So I went home that night and I read John's Gospel, and I can't tell you when, but I know that by the end of it, I was a Christian believer. I'd given my life to the Lord and he'd forgiven me from my sins, and I was saved.
Through this church, was sent out a missionary to Vanuatu, and I got saved under this, the ministry of this local church. And I'm back here in Australia, and it's why I'm serving the Lord with my family.
To quote the great John Newton, who wrote the hymn Amazing Grace, when he couldn't remember much at the end of his life, he said that there are two things that I remember, that I am a great sinner and Jesus is a great saviour. And at the end of it, that is all I know, that I am a great sinner and Jesus is my saviour.